Hi everyone, this is John Michael, also known as PyroFalkon, and today I'll be showing you how easy it is to get a bunch of money in The Sims 3 pets if you decide to be a horse trainer. This right here is Cynthia Sampson. Say hi, Cynthia. Or just bury your nose in a book, that's fine too. So here we are in Appaloosa Plains. This is a new family, a new house. I have cheats off. This is about as neutral and beginner as you can possibly get. And I'm doing this intentionally to show you that getting a horse is nearly game-breaking as far as your bank account is concerned. It is a little bit touch and go at the beginning, trying to save up enough money in order to get your horse trained to the point where you can make enough to survive off of. It's usually best to try this when you have at least about 2,000 in the bank ready to go. And that is not going to happen, Cynthia. I'm sorry, you are not buying a horse. You will be adopting a horse, and I will be showing you that shortly. Right now, she's reading to get cooking to level 1. That's always my opening move, because the last thing I want to do is burn down the house as soon as I start up the game. So once she concludes that book, we are going to get ourselves a horse and get started. Okay, there are several ways to adopt a horse, or cat or dog for that matter. One of the most basic ways is to go to your newspaper and select the option Check Neighborhood for Pets to Adopt. If you do that, some of your neighbors may actually have pets that they're giving away for free, and adopting a pet that way may bring them skills that they would normally not have. You may, for example, adopt a horse that already has a point in jumping or racing, and that would be a shortcut to attaining your wealth. However, you can't rely on it, and even if Cynthia does have some neighbors that would be willing to provide her with a horse, instead I'm going to pick Adopt a Pet from Shelter. You can do this from a newspaper or the phone. In fact, I'm going to do that from the phone so she doesn't have to walk outside. So you just select Adopt a Pet from Shelter. She's going to make this phone call here in a second. And then you'll get a dialog box with all the pets, which you'll see in just a minute.
Zupa.
Zupa.
Gazila. Farnarkle.
Alright, so here are the cats, dogs, and horses that can be adopted. You can mouse over any pet here to see the gender, the breed, and the traits that the horse has. Bacon, for example, here is a female horse. She is a genius. Currently, she's untrained, but that's no big deal. We could always get through that. And she's fast. So she would be the ideal racing horse, except for the fact that she's a foal, which means she's a baby and can't be ridden yet. So that doesn't really help at the moment. I'm looking here. Let's see. And then this horse, Denali, he's an elder. He's untrained and friendly, which would be great for the relationship because winning races and getting through the equestrian competitions is not just based on skill, but the rider's relationship with the horse. So it'd be great to have a friendly horse, but Denali is an elder, which means he's basically worthless. Let's see. Looking here. All right, looks like, oh no, that's a foal too. Man, not a whole lot of options right now. I guess we'll go with Arthob. I'm going to change her name. Anyway, Arthob's only trait is she's brave. That's, basically useless as far as racing is concerned, but because she doesn't have any negative traits, I'm going to go with her. So we're going to go ahead and select her. I'm going to change her name to Glue because I am a jerk. And there we go. Now, Glue is getting delivered at the moment, but we are not done. We do not have to be home for the horse to be delivered. So, the first thing you should do is immediately jump in your taxi and go to the bookstore. As you can see, we are in Appaloosa Plains. Depending on your neighborhood, your bookstore may be in a different location, of course, but that's okay. And I guess while I'm in the overhead view, I will show you something else. When you're going to be training horses, you need a lot of room. Now, Appaloosa Plains has several lots all ready to go. This was a pre-made lot, and you can see that I have this little corral here for horses. It's great. It's roomy. You just need something with some room. You can, as long as you've got a fairly decent sized yard, it's all right. But you need some room so you can do some training. So let's go find Cynthia again. She's almost at the bookstore. Speed up time here. All right. Now the book you're looking for, just go to your skills button. And the first book listed here is Riding Volume 1, Zen and the Art of Not Falling Off a Horse. You definitely want that one. There are other equestrian books in here, like here, Riding Volume 2, The Galloping Guru. Not only is that $500 a ridiculous amount of money for this book, but really once you're beyond level 2, training becomes extremely organic. However, getting to level 2 can be a little tough and annoying. So I always recommend that you get Riding Volume 1, but not the other books. You do not need the other books. Plus, the cost just does not make it worth it. So now we've got Riding Volume 1. Now we're going to head home. If I wasn't in a rush, this would actually be the time where I'd go to the library, because if you go to the library to read, you learn skills faster that way. Right now, I need to keep her at home so she can introduce herself to Glue once Glue arrives. So we're going to skip ahead here to where she gets home. Ah, perfect timing. The trailer is there. The horse has been dropped off. Now, the horse doesn't appear right away. Because I'm running fraps here to record, it's actually taking a minute for the horse to appear. There's the bubble. So, there she is. Okay, come here. Come here, Cynthia. Run, girl. YouTube has a limited amount of... Alright, there we go. Okay, alright, now that we've got Glue, we need a few items to make Glue happy. Or at least alive. So, go into buy mode. Select the second function here, or sort rather, that's sort by function. The bottom right button is Pet Essentials. Click that. And then the third tab here is Horses. Click that. Now, there's a few items we need to buy. The first item is a box, an old Western box stall. This is not necessary, strictly speaking, but I like having it. It keeps the horse happy and a bit healthier because it gives the horse a place to sleep at night. So we're going to just stick that in the corner here. And you need some hay. And you can buy these small bits of hay, which make for a few meals. I like buying the giant stack of hay bales. That way my horse has food for quite a while, although if you are tight on money, there's nothing wrong with buying a smaller box, or smaller number of bales. And then you finally also need a water trough, only $70, you can just stick that anywhere. Now, when you have a stall, one reason why there's such a big advantage of it, you can see in here it's got hay, it's got water. If your horse is... inside the stall, then he or she will always be fed and watered. Basically, it's pretty good to keep your horse in there if you just cannot afford the hay or the water. That's why you don't necessarily need these items, but it makes things a lot easier because it's faster for the horse to just eat here or drink out of the trough than it is to go inside the stall because it uses a separate animation. So now we have these three essentials. The only other thing we need are race training pylons, or dashing training posts as they're called. You need at least 2, but I like having 3 or 4, although right now, because money is tight, I am going to only use 2. Now, pay very close attention to the arrows when you place these. The arrows indicate the direction that the horse will be running from as they go into the pylon. So I'm going to zoom in here. You can see that the arrows are pointing downward, which means the horse will be approaching from that direction when he or she is training. So you need to make sure these are consistent because otherwise the horse will be confused. So for example, let's say I made 2 pylons like this with both arrows pointing to the left. that means the horse would basically run through the left pylon and would have to take this ridiculously complicated and bizarre path, possibly breaking the horse to try to find how to get into the next pylon. So instead, we simply point the arrows in opposite directions. So this top one is pointing to the left. The bottom one is pointing to the right. That means the horse will probably take this like this, just clockwise, probably in a very tight circle, like that. Now you can make the course anything you want. You can have as many pylons as you want. You can make the course, you know, all over your house, all under, around your house, in any direction you want. It doesn't matter. But this is why you need to have a lot of room for the horse, so she has plenty of running room. So now we have our training essentials, our horse essentials. We are ready to proceed with training. Now the horse, unlike... Okay. The horse, all pets in The Sims 3 Pets are fully controllable, unlike previous Pets-like expansions in the Sims franchise. And the nice thing is you can order the horse to train for racing on its own. You do not have to be riding it. Now, riding it does bring a different benefit, which I'll show you shortly. But for now, because Cynthia has a level 0 in riding, we're just going to order Glue to start training for racing on her own. So once once Glue is done pawing at the ground, there she goes, and you can see the progress bar over her head. You can see it there. Now, as long as she's running... She already stopped. Basically, as long as she's running, she will... Wow, I did screw something up, didn't I? Yep. Okay. Apparently you need at least 4 training pylons to make this look halfway decent. Now, she is still gaining skill, even though she's running around in this weird, bizarre pattern. Alright. Well, I was being a cheap bastard. Maybe I should actually spend some cash. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, we're going to spread this out so I have 4 pylons. So, notice how, again, all the arrows are going to be going in this direction. I'm going to try to make the arrows go counterclockwise. So we get another one. 3 pylons should work. Now, the horse should do this. You can set the pylons in any order. The horses are usually smart enough to take it in the correct way. Let's see how she does here. Well, she's going clockwise. That's unexpected. Okay, there we go. Yep, now she's just doing a constant running. Every single step she takes is increasing her racing attribute. The higher her racing skill is, the better she'll do in races, obviously. So it's good to get this training starting early. Now I'm just going to let her go. If she wants to stop, that's fine. Meanwhile, I will have Cynthia here reading her new book. Let's see how... Okay, she'll probably have to eat soon, too. So we're about to conclude day 1, but basically, this is the way we start off. I'm going to have Cynthia read until she's at writing level 3 before she even bothers to get on Glue. And you can intersperse this yourself by having them increase their relationship. Now, I am gaming the system a little bit. Cynthia has the equestrian trait, which means she learns how to ride horses faster. And when she's riding Glue will actually gain her racing skill faster. So it works out for everybody. But you can still do this even if you don't have an animal lover or an equestrian given sim. It doesn't take that much longer to learn this. So we're going to go ahead and conclude here for this day, and we'll resume the recording again once Cynthia has hit riding level 3. Okay, it's day 3 now. We're being invaded by horses for some reason. We got 3 stranger horses on our property, but that's fine. I'm actually not quite at level 3 riding yet, but you can see here that Glue's social meter is awfully small. What the heck? Oh. Anyway, Glue's social meter is kind of low. Cynthia's social meter is kind of low. As mentioned, their social meters, or rather their relationship with each other, is very important to winning races and equestrian competitions. So I'm taking a quick break from reading up on writing to get the relationship up a little bit. When you're interacting with animals, all you have to do is go to affection and then pick any of these. Pets' social meters go up very quickly. Almost, I mean, all the pets. They don't require that much attention to max out. Humans require much more attention to max out. So you just do like 5 or 6 commands. Feed some treats, all that stuff. Bribe them with love. You can see here, I got Glue's social meter capped out already. So she's loving me. She's not happy about being saddled at the moment, so we're going to take care of that. There we go. Yeah, that glitch where sometimes you give a command and it sits there for a while before it actually happens. That glitch is still in the game, unfortunately. Go away. But anyway. Alright, so now you can see Glue is starting to run around a bit. Glue is actually... Wait, what? Where's she going? Gallop around. Okay. Even when you're galloping around, you can see that she's got a progress meter here. Oh, I was there for a split second. Anyway, my point is... Oh, there it is. See, a horse will actually learn how to race and run around and get faster on her own. You do not necessarily need to train her to increase it. That's why you should get a horse as early as you possibly can. She'll train on her own, especially if she has the fast trait. She'll want to run around a lot and gain her speed skill that much faster. So, but we're still not at level 3 riding here, so once again, I will pick up the recording once we get there. Wow, that didn't take long. I was a lot closer to it than I thought I was. Alright. Okay, both horse and rider are in the green. They're doing pretty well here. Okay, so now I'll show you how to gain skill the most effectively. First thing you do, as I'm controlling Cynthia here, I select the horse and click Mount. And Cynthia... Oh, something went wrong there. There we go. Cynthia will saddle Glue, and now horse and rider are 1. While still controlling Cynthia, I can order her to move wherever. And just riding around, just walking around like this, actually does increase Glue's riding skill. I mean, Cynthia's riding skill, but it's pretty slow. The best thing you should do, now that we have our training pylons here, we simply click and say train Glue for racing. It's the same thing you saw before, but now, I'm going to pause here. You can see that we have 2 progress bars. When you have a sim riding the horse, then both the rider and the horse will be gaining skill at the same time. It's very efficient and effective. It also can increase their relationship. So you can see here they're both riding together. Pretty basic stuff. And of course you can go into the skills panel and see how they're doing. Cynthia has just broken into level 3. Glue is about 3/4 of the way to level 4. So they're doing pretty well. Once you hit about level 4 or 5, you should consider starting to enter competitions, although you can do it as early as level 3. The competitions... Let's see here. Yeah, you're not doing that, Cynthia. Sorry. Okay. Actually, while they're riding, I'll go ahead and show you where the equestrian competition is. Go to your map view. And remember, this is only in Appaloosa Plains, although you can place the building as necessary in other neighborhoods. The equestrian competition is basically down the street from the house. It's this building here. Whoa. It's pretty large. You cannot see into it. It's sort of like a work building. You can see there are some hay bales outside, some stalls. You can even put your horse in these stalls if you're, say, preparing for an event that hasn't started yet, and you get there early. Now, to know when a competition is going to happen, at the Equestrian Center, simply click it. And you can see at the top it says next Equestrian Competition at 5 o'clock. So we're going to wait until 5 o'clock, and then we're going to go ahead and enter. Right now it's only 2, so it won't be that much longer. And it will give Cynthia a little bit of time to increase her skills as well. So we'll pick up right where we'll pick up once it's 5 o'clock and we can start our first race.